Hi guys, this is Sveta Dressmaker and today we will make a baby doll dress. First I wanted to make a dress for the St. Valentine's Day, but I decided to generalize it and made baby doll style, which is cute and can be wearable for any events, prom or even during summertime. So for this project you will need the main fabric for external layer, lining and fusible interfacing. Also invisible zipper around 60 cm of length and 4 threads if we use serging machine in the same tone as your fabric. Also you will need patterns. You can check them on my Etsy shop, the link I attached below video in the description. Also check out as well my crop puffer vest pattern that's so easy to make and it can be a perfect outerwear for spring, autumn and mild winter. So after when you cut patterns out of main fabric and lining, clip notches, tiny little strokes on the edge of seam allowance. Patterns of the top should be cut out of main fabric, interfacing and lining. Then 4 pieces of pocket out of lining, front skirt lining piece and 2 pieces of bag. And as well front skirt and 2 pieces of bag should be cut out of main fabric. Then fuse the main pieces of top dress part, placing glue side face to the wrong side of main fabric. Gently give a press to each detail. Make sure interfacing sticked onto fabric well. So let's assemble external layer of dress top. By notches on the bust point, connect both front central pieces right sides together. Match up vertical edge all the way along. Same for other side. Sew 1 cm along away from the edge. Then attach side panel and connect both parts on the central line. Sew 1 cm along the edge. And the remaining back panel pieces. cut little triangles at the seam allowance of front side panels in order to reduce bulkiness at the bust area. Front central panel seam allowance just clip along, same for other side. Seam allowances you can press towards the back. After I top stitched along the seams, this step is optional. You can press one more time to flatter seams. Assemble lining layer in the same way. Seam allowances you can press open. I also serged all the edges, as my fabric easily fraying. Let's work on the external layer of skirt. Fuse the zipper part of the central back line and pocket placement from both sides of back and front panels. After fusing it, I serge as well all the edges of external and lining panels of skirt, also pocket pieces. And one more time, give a press to serge the edges. Place front panel of external skirt with the right side up. Then copy out notches that are on the waistline of front and back pattern. They identify pleats. Then create pleats as I show in the video. Place them towards the side. Same for the back panels. Top stitch 5 mm away from the edge to secure pleats. Before to assemble skirt lining, create gathers on the waistline of each front and back panels. Pick up the long stitch at the settings of your sewing machine. When you start to sew, make a back stitch and at the end, leave a long thread. Then pull gently underneath thread, gathering waistline. You need to gather front edge of skirt until it will be matched up with the front part of top. Then secure gathers by creating a knot on a loop. Also gather back panel of skirt and match up with the back part of top. Sew the lower part of central back line below zipper notch. Upper part keep not stitched, right sides together. Then place front panel on back and match up side edges, right sides together. Sew 1 cm along the way. For outer layer of skirt, we will attach side pockets, so mark pocket notches on sides for all panels. Match up pocket notches with the notches on the front side, placing very curved part of pocket, bottom of pocket, towards the skirt hem. Sew between only notches, right sides together. Same repeat with the other front side and back panels as well. Unfold pocket, keeping right sides up, give a press. Seam allowances of skirt lining, press open. So let's continue work with external layer of skirt. Place back panels on front, right sides together, matching side lines and pockets. Pin all the way and sew along marked line. The entrance of pocket keep not stitched. Also sew part below zipper notch 1 cm along. When you press side seams, keep pocket towards front. Part below, press open. Center back seam, press open. Then match up a sample external top with a skirt, lining up notches on the waistline, starting from center front notch all the way to the center back point, right sides together. Repeat the same with the lining layers. Seam allowance press towards up. Dress has spaghetti straps. Here I will show how to make them. Along bias direction, cut out 4 straps with a length of 58 cm and width 3 cm. It's very important to cut on bias, otherwise it will be a problem to turn them on the right side. Fold in half, line up edges and sew along around 5 mm away from the edge. To turn a tube right side out, use safety pin or loop turner, then give a press. One side of strap fold twice and hand stitch. So, lining layer is assembled, external layer and as well 4 straps. Attach other end of the strap to the highest neckline point from both sides or front, placing them in a direction to hemline. Secure by pin and sew 5 mm away the edge. Same on the back, you will find a notch on the neckline of back panel. Attach straps from both sides. Next step is connecting external with lining layer on neckline. So put both layers with the right sides together, line up the neckline edge, corresponding vertical seams of both top layers should also be matched. Then sew 1 cm along from the edge. Then understitch lining together with seam allowances, 2-3 mm from the ditch of the seam. This step will prevent lining to roll out. Then give a press. After fold in a way that external top juts out a smidge, about 1 mm on lining, and then press over. You can trim a bit seam allowance at front neckline, avoid bulkiness and make a smooth edge. Let's work on hemlines. Measure up from external edge of skirt hemline about 4 cm around. Fold and give a press. For lining, fold 1 cm, press and sew around. Sew around 3.5 cm away from the edge. Then we will attach invisible zipper to external layer. One side of zipper place face to face on the one of the central back line. Stepping down from neckline seam 5 mm, so the plastic stopper should be situated 5 mm down from neckline. Pin one side of zipper on a 1 cm distance from central back edge. Hand stitch zipper tape, zip it and mark waist level on the another zipper side. Then attach other part as well in the same way. After, you can check again neckline, waistline, they should be on the same level. Sew close to upper teeth. Hand stitch a gap below the zipper. Lining place over external, lining up with the central back edges. Also hand stitch and sew right near first seam. Turn garment right side out. Press flat over zipper. I suggest also create loops by hand stitching external layer to lining on the waist level. Create few loops on side seams and 2 loops on front. Give a final press to your garment and baby doll dress is ready. I will be glad to see your makes with the hashtag #SvetaDressmaker. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, check out my Etsy pattern shop and don't forget to subscribe and see you next time. Bye!